Puppies. So we are in our Svalbard Hotel. I can't pronounce the name, so I'll put it somewhere in the description what the hotel is called. That one is, again, pricey like everything here in Norway. I say here in Norway, these islands are Norwegian. I mean, we're all the way in the Arctic Circle, but it is owned by Norway. So there's two buildings to this hotel. Later on, I'll show you how you get out of this one and go to the other one and like where it's situated in the city. But yeah, let me show you right now what the hotel looks like. A bathroom, again, very similar to what we've seen before. I mean, it's a full hotel, so you got the towels, you got room service and everything, so everything's gonna be replenished tomorrow. Some space for bags, coffee, kettle, cups. There's a TV and cable internet here, so I mean cable TV, and there's Wi-Fi. Overall, the room is really clean. This hotel was built in 2011, I believe. So this is our view. I did want to get a little bit better view, but you had to get a suite for that, pay a lot more, so we decided to go with this. That's the Kroa restaurant. We made a reservation there tomorrow night and day after that. There's not many places here to eat, so you know, the choices are very limited. So decided to do that in case they get full at night. I suppose, you know, with 4 or 5 restaurants in the whole area, they get full pretty quickly. This trip to Svalbard, it seems to be filled with tourists a lot more than anything I experienced in Hornstrandir or Ísafjörður area in Iceland. So this feels a lot more touristy. It was a full Boeing 737, I think. So typical passenger jet filled with people, a full bus of people, and at least a dozen or two of people came off the bus right in front of our hotel. So we'll see how it goes. We got a little bit of time, about 2 hours till we have to pack up and go on a dog sled. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna go eat some food right now. Just got back from the store. Store is called something boutique. I'll put it in the description. So I'm horrible with names. Anyways, here's what we got. We paid for, let me see the receipt, $429, which is about, I guess $47. And considering when we're in the Arctic Circle, that's pretty good. So here he goes. Okay, so we got a bunch of cheese. 4 of these baguettes, a whole cucumber, 2 tomatoes, a red pepper, 4 apples, a whole romaine lettuce, 2 bottles of carbonated water, 2 non-alcoholic beers, a chocolate oat milk, kefir, and 2 bottles of soy milk. So if you really think about it, it might seem a lot, 40 something bucks, but we paid $20 for 2 Subway sandwiches in Oslo, just for the sandwiches, and they gave us barely any vegetables. So if you think about it, we got a few other things for additional, $20 or so. Which, if you think about it, something like this in Whole Foods in America is gonna cost you like $5.99. The oat milk probably about $3.99 or so. soy milk like this really depends. I mean, this soy milk itself is kind of superior to any other soy milk I had in the US, whether it's Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. The European soy milk tastes better. So it's more tasty. Anyways, and we had to pay for our bags. In Europe, you don't get bags for free, like you do in the US. There you go. So you were saying about the dog's dynamics.
Yeah, the dynamics in the group. It's like a group dynamic. Remind me a lot about being in the military. Because in the military, there will always be a young guy, there will always be a weak guy, there will always be someone to pick at. And just a second, the geese is on the road. No. But there will always be someone to pick at. There will always be the alpha. There will always be group dynamics in that way. So, and I maybe was at one point when I started. Of course, I was the new guy, and I wanted to be like the strongest. I wanted to be the best, and I wasn't, you know. So one thing I had to fight was myself and my own beliefs about myself. But I also have to fight all the bigger guys who actually knew their stuff, and that was a big hurdle to get over. But I got picked a lot on because I wanted to be the world, right? And that's the same thing I see about dogs. You know, you get a young dog who is like barking and want to be the big dog and want to be like strong and massive, but then comes one of the elder dogs and like put him into his place. And so, you know, yeah, exactly. So there's always this dynamic, like the dogs are fighting a little bit, you know, poking each other, looking at each other, trying to tease each other, and it will always be like that. But it's just so insane how close it actually is to like human dynamics in groups. But you think it's so complicated when you're looking at dynamics, you know, looking at group teamwork. It looks so complicated. Also, when people are saying something, are they ironic or do they mean it, or how do they say it? With dogs, it's a bit more not complicated, but it's just boiled down to like the essential things in it. So yeah. It's so beautiful. Maybe we'll see some today where they're picking each other, or you will see some young dogs be picked at, or you maybe see an elder dog, one of the lead dogs maybe put the picking dogs into their place. Maybe it's going to be, you know, it's just beautiful to see the dynamics, and I didn't expect it to be that close to what I've expected and actually seen in the military before. I didn't thought it would be that close, but it actually is, and I think that's beautiful.
That's so awesome.
So on average, how much exercise do the dogs need to do every day?
They need to do and what they do. I think you know, they need to be exercised a lot, and there is rules about how long they can be put at the dog's house without running, because you know they're getting insane. They will get insane if they just put at the doghouse forever, of course. So they have to go out and run. But we have like a work routine where we're working for 5 days and then we have 2 days off. And when I'm off, my dogs are of course also off. So we are a team in that way. So when I'm off, they're off. So that's about like 5 days work and 2 days off. And even though they're only 2 or 3 days off, I can feel like the first day they're running after that, they're nearly uncontrollable because they're so excited to go again. They're so energetic. They have so lots of energy to use, so you can't actually control them. And some of the dogs we're running today haven't been running for maybe 3 days, 4 days.
I was gonna ask that.
So they will be very excited today. And some of them, of course, is always calm and nice dogs. Not that the excited dogs are not nice, but you can get a bit.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly. If you haven't been working with dogs before, you'll probably be a bit overwhelmed. Yeah.
And what breed are they?
They're a mixture. Some of them are nearly pure breed Greenlandic dogs, so very, very tough to work with. You have to gain their trust. They will piss on you. They will test you. And they also want to build up hierarchy. So they will also fight each other to maintain their place in the hierarchy or get higher. But we also have the Alaskan Huskies. They are much more easy to work with. but we still want the good things from the Greenlandic dog, which is good fur, the good paws, good, you know, they're very good with the environment. So the climate, they're very good with snow. They're just strong dogs, but they're just aggressive in the way that they want to build up hierarchy, and they're testing each other. They're hard to work with, but the Alaskans is not. But they don't have like strong paws, strong fur, and they're not that good at keeping their warmth for a long time. So we try to mix those two breeds to get best of both. And the good thing about the Greenlandic dog is also that they have a very strong social gene. So they have so much character in them, and that's also what we want for tourism and what we want for us as a good dog. I just have to drop some water, guys. Sorry.
So do you drop off water for people here?
I drop water for the dogs because the ideal temperature when running is 25 minus degrees.
So they pick up water on the way?
Yeah, we will stop, put up buckets, fill the buckets with water, and then we get the water for the dogs so they help them cool down, because it's very hot for them to run right now, because as I said before, the ideal temperature is about 25 minus degrees. So it's very hot for them, and if they don't get any like snow or water to cool them down, it takes longer to cool down. You know it when you're out running and you want some water. It's the same with the dogs. They're just a lot hotter and got more fur.
So who are you to the dogs? What do they treat you like? Do they treat you like the alpha male, or?
It's hard to say, because you know it's not that I'm a part of the pack, but it's not that you'll say like maybe someone who's how do you say it? Maybe someone would say that of course I'm a part of the pack, and you know I will be the alpha male. I sit out there every hour, every day with them and licking their fur, but it's not like that. You know, of course they know me, but they also know me as of course the elite alpha male, but they see me as their owner. They see me as the guy who's giving them food. So I will never be like the part of the group in the same way as they all are. I'm just I think actually they see me as what we call the handler. So of course but I'm also more within the pack than the other guys are, because this is my 30 dogs and the other guys have their 30 dogs. So of course the dogs know me better than they know the other guys, and I know my dogs better than the other guys know my dogs, if that gives any sense at all. Yeah. It's just I wouldn't say that I'm a completely 100%, you know, in the team, in the pack, and they see me as like another team member. But I think actually they see me like the one who's feeding them, the one who's like telling them not to do stuff like fight each other or do stupid stuff. I think actually they see me as the handler, the owner, if that gives any sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I just rubbed the last water. I have some cameras, but you know it takes time, it takes focus to get the right shots, the right angle. So if you want out there to stop, to make some angles, or want to be dropped by, then we can do whatever you want to there. Before, it would be a good idea to go get some dresses. So when the dogs are jumping, you don't get either shit or ruin your own clothes. We just have a vet visit them. So the vets are here for like 2 times. They were here last time in March. So some of the dogs are a bit like, you let them touch me. And that's why, you know, so we just have to be nice to them, and they can accept us again. So some of them might be like life, and as you can see, it's always like, okay, you okay then? Okay, touch me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But this is nice. We'll use him as a lead dog today.
He seems really nice, really calm.
Yeah, we call him luxury life because he's so calm.
Yeah.
But also he's looking stoned all the time.
Yeah.
And the guys watching him somewhere, they don't have toilets. So he's very calm. So if you just want to go and say hello then we can like adjust it a little bit. So
I'm kind of worried about this guy right here.
you shouldn't actually be. He just tried to be tough.
Okay.
So what he's telling us is that he wants to be petted. So you shouldn't talk with him. You should talk with me instead. He's not jumping at all. He just wants to be talked with. So you can easily go and say hello to him. I thought he was also a bit scary in the start, but feel free to go and say hello to him. He's very nice. You can see, it's actually quite calm. And you can see when we go from him again, walk away from him, he will start barking again.
Yeah.
You should go and say hello to him.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Just go up.
Go.
He gets scared. He's like, no.
You can see? And sometimes he's talking with you just by growling, so he likes it. You can see it now. He doesn't do it right now, but sometimes he's growling a little bit. It's like, oh, this is good.
When there's like a big group of people, they don't get nervous at all?
No, some of the dogs you see this show. Some of the dogs are maybe like a bit like you today.
Okay. I see that.
Sherlock is a very nice dog. He likes to be on top of his doghouse. Hey Sherlock. He's good to go say hello to.
Okay, I'm trying to get in here too.
I'm used to say that if you're afraid of dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, idiot. If you're afraid of dogs, maybe you should go say hello to my dogs, because then you will go home and love dogs. I'm used to saying that.
Yeah.
Because they are so nice, and you see he is.
Oh, he's awesome.
Then we have Choco. Choco, he's a new guy. Choco, he's a puppy. Just came from puppy yard. So
He likes it.
just
Look.
But how? Like this way?
This is fine, yeah. And also just rub him behind the ears. Massage.
I want to take him home.
It is possible to adopt dogs of you, but not these. Choco. It's like massage behind the ears. Choco. Hey. Choco.
He likes a stick.
Yeah. He's a young guy, this one. And he started to be a bit shy, but he's starting not to be anymore. He was like the young guy who was picked on in the start, but he figured it out. What is Choco?
Is he asking for to be petted?
She's asking to be petted, yeah.
Should I?
Yeah, you could go. So when the dogs are putting their back to you, it's like say I'm in no kind of in no way I'm like dated to you. I put my back to you. So and that's also like a sign to like go and pet me. And this is Kate. These two are actually sisters.
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, I can understand that. Choco. Oh, little.
He's just.
He's a young guy.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, we talked about in the car. Like, want to be big and strong, but he's actually fragile underneath. He's like that, so I can hold him here just nice and easy. You can come and say hello. He's actually reminding me a little bit about that guy, just a bit more energetic. Come and say hello to him.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, pretty sure. They will never bite you at all, at any means. Like, so you can, yeah, you can see. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes it. Yeah. We can go further to. And Spark is jumpy. Spark is very. This is a girl. she's just like energetic. You can see like
Very energetic.
she can't even like can't do anything with her. But this is also new in the group. Hey, holy. Sometimes they get a bit too energetic. See. Hey, holy. Stop, hey. You got to. They're so eager to be taught well and good. Stop, rock, up. And then we have K2.
Oh my. Oh my god.
Hey. Holy.
You almost have to grab it, you know?
Uh-huh.
Hey. Holy. A bit too energetic sometimes. And this is K2, he's such a nice boy.
Who picks the names? How do you guys come up?
In the end it's our boss, but we agree on like a theme. So like we have, right now we don't have it, but we have Greyjoy with us. That's in Game of Thrones. But you can see Greyjoy over there from Game of Thrones. Greyjoy. And we have Khaleesi over there. He's actually a pretty good boy. Actually, like, what is that? An idiot, like barking all the time, being an idiot. I actually found out that he has a soft piece in him. So he's just trying to act hard, but he's actually such a good boy deep inside. Bit annoying actually. Testing me again now.
So, what language you speak to them?
Danish. Norwegian.
Even in America, police officers got to speak German to dogs.
They do?
Yeah.
If you can, you can teach them like sit, things like that. Yeah. And that's the same thing we do with these. We just teach them by when they're small, few commands, and they learn which commands you use. Some use G and H. We use Danish words. And you can go and help me get the rest of the dogs.
Are they gonna stay here?
Yeah, there should be. Well, he was good this time. Different than the others. But that's how it is sometimes. Sometimes they're smelling something or seeing something. If one of the dogs are in heat, they're focused on that. So it's like a lot of things why they're not actually listening in the first place. Ready?
Yep.
Kom her, kom her, kom her. Kom her, hun good friends Mark and Knife not always the best friends. You have glasses in the front? You have glasses?
We're gonna give the dogs some water.
So I noticed that you sometimes move away more into the road a little bit sometimes and then go back on. Is there... There's nothing behind it? Okay. Okay.
What was this again? Brakes, and there's no unlocking. You can unlock it just by pushing the brakes. Yeah.
So you only lock them when we stop for water, right?
Yeah. So
I put the handbrake down.
Keep weight on the card. Keep weight on the card. And then you ready?
Let's see this.
Give me the camera.
How are you feeling?
I'm crapping my pants.
There you go. Oh, a little bit slower.
Is everybody in town friends? Does everybody know each other?
I think everybody know one another, seen one another. But
friends?
yeah, exactly. You know, that's how it is by close and small communities. Everyone has an opinion on each other.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Sitting on this pole. Keep it. Hey, come here. Yeah, come here. Give it a kick. Just push the ground a little bit.
What do you mean?
Give it a kick. Just push the ground behind you.
Oh.
Come here. Yeah.
They used to rely heavily on coal mining, right? Now it's more tourism.
Yeah, it's a lot more tourism now. The only one, as I said, still going is number 7. So they are more rely on tourism and other companies.
You're in the Arctic Circle, but it doesn't, like in the city, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, exactly.
The store has everything. Like we went to, do you know where Hornstandir is in Iceland?
No.
That's the top of Iceland.
Yeah.
Because there's West Fjords, it's called. It looks very similar to this, and it's like right under the Arctic Circle. I mean, over there was nothing.
No.
There's no people, no cell phone service. Here is like what built up.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's of course because the population in the town, like all year round, it's like people actually living here. It's like 1,200. But there's a lot more people living here, buying stuff, and that's why of course there's actually a cinema here. There's a nice gym. stuff, your school, everything.
Yeah, the university.
You never see that for like only 1,200 people living in a normal city.
Yeah.
But of course, because of the tourism, because of the university, because of all these things, of course, then there is a lot more people coming up here, and then you also have the need for a bigger supermarket. But do you go to Svea, or is nobody's actually living in Svea anymore? But if you go up to Pyramiden, that's like what you're talking about. But because of all the,
what is it called?
Pyramiden.
Oh yeah, we're going there.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going there either tomorrow or the day after, and then we're going to Bratnesburg.
Barnsburg.
It's a Ukrainian village. It's something like that.
Yeah, I haven't been there myself yet, but I've heard it's a beautiful tour out there, and that would be more remote feeling, where because of all the tourists and people living here have their needs, that's why you can get out. So I also thought that would be more out remote, but it's actually you pretty nice, have a pretty nice.
I heard a lot of students, like younger kids, Norwegian, come in here for like the summer to work or something like that.
Yeah, some places, at Green Dog they like us to be more than a year, because you have to know the dogs, to learn routines that you don't learn.
That makes sense.
But I can hear the dogs start barking now, telling us that they want to go.
They want to go.
What do you think, guys?
This is good.
It's sick. Awesome.
Well worth the money.
Oh, yeah.
Well worth the time, honestly.
And the best trainer, handler,
There you go.
military, what should I say, superstar. That's our guide.
Reggie Hill. Let me just tell you, we're jealous because we constantly read and watch all that stuff. We love to do that.
Yeah, I can imagine that, but I always thought about I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something more, because I think a lot of the years I was in school, I was bullied a lot. So I was the guy who was living long away from school, cycling every day 8 kilometers to school to actually smell of shit the rest of the day, because I sweated all the time, and got bullied for that, and bullied for different kind of things, and I didn't I wasn't that close with a lot of the guys, because I lived a long way from school, so I wasn't the close one, as I talked about before with the dogs. So if you saw a dog living in the other side of the kennel, but had to run with all the others, that was a bit the same thing. But there was another things making me maybe a easy target, or what you call it. But I had some close friends I was together with, and very good friends. And I always when I started on another school where we lived there for 2 years, and I got some teachers, and that was actually where I really started to involve, started to get more confident and started to build up. And I was okay, I actually got a good physical. I was physical strong. I find I can lift some. I'm powerful. I can run long. And then I got a teacher, which actually Danish, been in the Danish military, been deployed in Iraq with the Danish and American at the same time. And then the American guys asked the Danish government if they should do some exchange between the soldiers. So the American get some Danish education and the same way around. And he actually said that okay, that's fine. And he was a sniper at that point. And he actually started in the Green Beret school. So he was educated as a Green Beret in the American military.
Yeah.
And he was a tough guy. And been working with the Navy SEALs, and I saw this guy was so awesome, so nice. And I got to the college, and I got a lot of teachers, and I was in all my childhood, which persons did I look up to? And I was shit, all of them actually been to the military, so why shouldn't I go there myself and test it and see what it can do for myself? Because I'm a person who's looking a lot towards self-development. So if I fuck up, I will be think I'm an idiot for 2 days, and then I was thinking a way that I never do this mistake again, and try to think about what happened yesterday and how to do this better, and what is my weakness? How is my economics, and how can I do everything better? Yeah, it's fine. How can I do everything better? And I think I've always been very focused on that. So that is what I actually like pushed me to the military. And then I thought about when I was young, I was like always being like I want to be like a Green Beret, like in Denmark called.
You gotta stop for water?
No, it's not ours.
Oh.
It's fine. But I wanted to be like Green Berets, call it Huntsman Corps in Denmark. But it was the idea, and after the basic training, I wanted to push myself as hard as I could. So I tried to apply for the military police, and I got through the selection course, and also got through the 10 months of education. And they got educated like 19 out of 300 or 400 or something. So that was a big step, but shit, I got like a shitload of like personal education in that 10 months, because I had a lot to learn. I was young, I wanted the whole world, like I talked about the dogs. So I put to my place a lot of time in the military. I learned a lot, but then I also had to see like inside and what is actually, because I learned in the military that is two things that motivate you, like the thought about it, the idea, and what is actually motivating you by soul. And I realized that Huntsman Corps, like special forces in that way, don't motivate me. I think the idea is cool. I think they do nice things, fire helicopters and close combat, but it didn't actually motivate me that much. It was the idea. But I could feel like this, the Arctic, and go out there, be there for 4 months, like they do in Greenland. That was actually something that motivated me in soul. And they're like put there to like seek and destroy, like seek and like fight. So seek problems, fight the problems, and get back safe, probably. But the thing about the cyber school, they're out there every chance they got to like what you call like have a situation where you decrease or increase the de-escalate. So every chance a soldier in the cyber patrol have, they will always de-escalate, because it's a matter of survival.
Right.
And so every chance to get to de-escalate the situation, they will do it. So if they see a polar bear, they will do everything to de-escalate or kill it in the end. Or so every chance they get, because it's survival, they will de-escalate instead of like escalating every piece of it. And that's very, I think so beautiful about it, because so long term.
You get to experience it, you get to survive.
Yeah, and I think you get to be. You learn to be a calm person, because you have a lot of time. You have to be focused. You have to make the right decisions, and that's And then also it's like the only military in the world which actually have a special operation forces trained not to fight, but trained to de-escalate and trained to survive.
A 1 year deployment, right?
2 years.
2 years.
First year you're a young guy, and second year you're the elder one. So it's like when you get up there, you will be with a team who's been there for a year, and when you've been there for a year, the guys who've been there for 2 years will go home, and then you get new guys up. So you will always be like elder team and a younger team. So all the stuff will be carried on by team to team. Yeah, I'll give them some water.
Oh my god. It's the cutest thing ever. Oh.
Oh, they're sleeping.
So cute. Oh my god.
See over here. Sleeping.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Two more over here.
Poor little dude.
Yeah, they're growing fast. det godt at være heroppe? Det er fedt nok bare at gå ned 2 gæster, ikke? And there's Mud. Such a beautiful guy. Such a beautiful guy.
They're all looking at us.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not amused by this furry thing though.
Yeah, that's why I kind of put it away when we were putting them away because they're
We have to build like new
dog
chairs.
houses and stuff like that too.
Exactly. So we have all we need in here to build oil for the cars or chainsaw. Yeah, we have everything inside here.
Do you guys have a schedule for the feedings of the dogs and everything too?
Yeah, we have like the handlers have a plan right here. Where you can see like give all dogs water, AM medication, and then also like the guides who is on the work. They do their own rows, fix shit. You know, prepare a Russian cabin where we're going in a minute. Drive Fox Funner tour. You know, that's like a whole thing that they have to do. And this the food we're going to feed the dogs later. So yeah.
What kind of what?
Is this a dryer or?
No, this is a washing machine. This is where we're washing all our clothes.
Oh.
The guys was living up here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the food we're going to feed them. The bags we are feeding to the dogs every day. 9 bags, so that's like 18 kilos every bag. It's a lot of food every day.
Yeah.
And a lot of water also.
How do you get your water and electricity here?
We have electricity. Our water we get in town.
Okay.
We have these water
Oh wow.
tanks right here. And so if you want to
Pretty
go to a shower or anything, we do it in town when we are at the gym anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So when
That's what
I'm
your dad does.
That's what my dad does.
He doesn't want to waste water at the home, so he goes to the gym to shower.
Yeah.
that's nice.
Typical Polish.
But it's actually it's nice and practical, and then you go to the gym anyway. So when I
Yeah.
drop you guys off,
It's like a cure my dad. My dad says the
Yeah.
same thing.
you know, when I drop you guys off, I'm going to the gym, and then I go to shower, and I go back, eat, and then my day is over.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.